Hello, I am Dr. Heidi Kidden for Govinda Yogic Health, and we are here today to practice Tattva balance. This is a breathing meditation. It's in the Kundalini Yoga tradition. It is to help us overcome the push-pull that we feel between the pair of opposites. Now, as human beings, we live in a world where these opposites exist, and as yogis, we try to navigate a neutral place between getting pulled in what feels like conflicting arguments. So this polarity, this duality can be a stressor, and we've seen it play out in different realms in recent times. And when we can hold that more neutral place of understanding within ourselves, then we can move through even calamitous times with more ease, more grace, more being centered with who exactly we are from within. So this is a practice to support that within each of us in our own ways. Now, in the Kundalini Yoga tradition, we often tune in with a mantra, which we'll talk about in a moment. That is just tuning into inner guidance. And then we'll break down the meditation. So the mantra to tune into guidance is Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. And this means Ong, all that is throughout time from the first nanosecond of the Big Bang. Ong Namo, I bow to this, I'm a part of all that is. Gurudev refers to the guidance within, the transparency of the teacher within, and we bow to our own unique inner wisdom. So let's do that first, and then we'll move into the meditation Tattva balance. So to do that, we simply sit with a straight spine, align hips over shoulders, bring the palms together. Together we'll inhale. Together we'll exhale. We'll inhale to chant. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Allowing a few breaths. And just noticing any sensations from that simple mantra. Now, the Tattva balance meditation has no sound, current, or mantra other than listening to the sound of our own breath. And it has different components. One component is an eye focus, which we'll bring in at the end. Another component is a mudra, or hand posture. And the third component will be what we do with the breath. So let's practice the breath first. First component of the breath is the concept of being able to move the navel with the breath. So let's try that for a moment. We're going to be using a cannon breath through the mouth, and the navel pumps in with each exhale. So let's just try that first. So I'm not pushing the stomach with my hand, I'm just showing you the hand moves with my stomach. And we'll see if the mouth can get into a nice firm O, so it's not like a loose in blowing in the cheeks. It's really coming from deep within the abdomen. So that's the cannon breath. And we're going to be doing that 8 times, will be the component of the exhale in this meditation. So let's practice the 8 times. Okay, so we got that down. And the inhale will simply be inhaling through the nose, and then the 8 cannon breaths out. Navel pumping with each exhale. Let's do that again. Good. If you need to pause the video and practice that for a few more rounds, go ahead. Once we get the meditation together, we're going to practice it for just 3 minutes here. I invite you to pause the video and practice longer if you like, perhaps 5, 7, or 11 minutes, if you really like to have a more meditative experience. Now the mudra. All the fingertips touch each other, and So you can see there's space between my fingers, space between the index fingers and thumbs, and space between, like the palms are not flat, they're open. And it's not relaxed, there's a pressure there, so you can see that my fingers are curving. And if we're able to hold the elbows out to the side and pressure this a little bit more, we're invited to have moderate pressure on those fingertips. If we have any shoulder problems that we need to bring that mudra down, that would be an acceptable alternative. Okay, so this is the mudra. We've got the breath. Third component, eye focus. So this particular practice invites us to allow the gaze to focus down to the tip of the nose. And if you do that, you notice it takes some concentration. If it's really dizzying and not comfortable, you can just look towards the fingertips or towards the ground. But that's how the Kriya is originally instructed, the practice is instructed. Okay, so let's play around with the eye focus. We've got the mudra, a little tension on it, and we're ready for the breath. Okay, here we go. Inhaling nose. 8 cannon breaths with the navel. Inhaling nose. 8 cannon breaths. Please continue at your own pace. Together we'll inhale the breath. Take a moment to suspend the breath. Just feel the pressure of the fingertips touching each other. Feel the sensation of the breath held in for a few more seconds. We'll gently allow the breath to release itself. Once again, we'll inhale at our own pace. And this time we'll open and close the hands. We'll allow the hands to drift down, palms up on the knees, and we'll simply sit in stillness for a moment more. Noticing the breath return to its natural state. Noticing the space above the hands. Noticing the space around the body. Noticing the inner landscape. Noticing the quality of the thoughts or the mind. And allowing the mind to rest in stillness. Taking the time needed, feel free to pause the video and meditate in stillness for a bit longer as you wish. And when that is complete, once again, we may wish to open and close the hands. We may wish to move and breathe and stretch the body in any way that it would like to right now in this moment. Just listening to that inner body wisdom that we tuned into in the beginning. And then taking a moment of gratitude to self for taking the time for ourselves for calmness and vitality in these busy days. And as that gratitude feels complete, we may wish to bow the head lower than the heart to enthrone compassion within ourselves, for ourselves, and for all whom we meet. Satnam. See you again.